Picture this: at noon tomorrow, the sun simply blinks out of existence. Not a cloud, not an eclipse, just gone for a full 24 hours. What would actually happen to our world? The answer is stranger and faster than you might expect. First, a surprise: we would not notice for about 8 minutes. Sunlight takes 8 minutes to race across space to Earth. So for 8 strange minutes, everything would seem perfectly normal. Then, all at once, the light would die. Noon would turn instantly into the blackest midnight. Across the daytime half of Earth, the stars would blaze to life. People would look up in shock at a sky full of stars at lunchtime. The moon, which only reflects sunlight, would go dark as well. Almost immediately, the temperature would begin to fall. Without sunlight, the Earth's surface starts shedding its heat. Within hours, a noticeable chill would creep across the planet. Luckily, one day is far too short to freeze the whole world solid. The oceans hold enormous warmth and would protect us, for now. Out in the fields, the plants would quietly hit pause. Photosynthesis needs sunlight, and suddenly there is none. For a single day, plants can easily coast on stored energy. A longer blackout, though, would be a very different story. The animal world would fall into total confusion. Birds would go silent, thinking night had fallen early. Nocturnal creatures would wake up, baffled, at midday. Farm animals and pets would sense that something was deeply wrong. And what about us? Cities would flick on every light at once. People would grab flashlights, candles, and gather close. There would be wonder, and no small amount of panic. The sun also holds Earth in its orbit with gravity. That pull, too, would take about 8 minutes to vanish. For one short day, our planet would keep gliding on its path. Down at the coast, the tides would mostly carry on as normal. That is because tides are pulled mainly by the moon, not the sun. Then, a full day later, the sun blinks back into being. But remember, its light still needs 8 minutes to arrive. And then dawn floods back across a very relieved world. Plants would resume, animals would settle, and warmth would return. And here is the real lesson hiding in that wild day. A single day without the sun shows how totally we depend on it. Light, warmth, food, and seasons all flow from that one star. It is the quiet engine behind almost everything alive. So if the sun vanished for a day, we would survive, but barely blink. A day of darkness, cold, and a sky full of midday stars. A vivid reminder of just how precious our ordinary daylight is. So tomorrow, when the sun rises, maybe give it a little nod of thanks. If this lit up your imagination, hit subscribe and keep looking up.